Okay, everyone, I'm just doing a quick audio check just to check you can hear me okay. My name is Random Gamer Riven. Right, is that loud enough? So game volume like okay, yes, I think that should be good enough. Yes, indeedy. Okie dokie. Right, without further ado. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another randomised gaming weekday stream. So, I'm going to start up streaming again. I might not be streaming every day. I might do every other day or something along those lines. But I will be streaming more regularly again. And as you can see here, I've smartened up the stream format today. Added some nice logos and just makes it look a bit cleaner and a bit more prepared. So, hello, if you haven't seen us before, my name is Random Gamer Riven. I am the editor of Randomised Gaming. And in these streams, we take a look at a whole variety of games from modern to retro. So we have looked at PS4, Xbox One content, all the way to NES games. So we've covered a wide spectrum. I suppose at some point I should dig out the ZX Spectrum. But those type of really early consoles can be a bit of a pain to run. In fact, the ZX Spectrum can be a bit of a nightmare. At some point I should do the Amiga as well. And I will do. Hello there to Nike. Nika as it was. Hello, yes, welcome back to the stream. So yes, one thing I have done is taken out the chat from the previous streams. As you see, we've given it a nice banner. The reason I've taken out the chat, unfortunately, is having spoken to one of our legal team, we decided that it was a good idea to remove it based on YouTube's change to the guidelines. So, seeing as they had basically made some changes. The main reason being we can't control everything someone's going to say in chat, and if someone comes out with a real abhorrent of something very unpleasant, even if we remove it, technically you could violate the guidelines, because if you record it, it'll record, you'll basically be on screen until you remove it, but you'll still have it up there for a second or two before you removed it. So we decided with the legal team that that should come out. But as you can see here, this is Landstalker, which is an iconic game. So I'll just actually start up a new save file. I'll do this one. I am playing the PAL version, which I have forced into Japanese, 60 Hz. But before I say anything more, I need to actually put on my headphones. So hopefully the volume's good for everyone. Should be a good mix of game volume and me talking, but my voice should be louder. But hello to Nico, one of our regular viewers. Thanks for coming back there. Actually, Nico, I did briefly, I was just doing some stuff last night on the channel. Yeah, you can, of course, take them out, but the problem is that they're shown on screen for a second, so legally there was some furore in a recent, one of the recent videos where they were discussing it, saying that technically it does violate YouTube guidelines if someone else, even if it's not you, if someone else says something deeply unpleasant in one of the comments. So that was one of the reasons we decided to take it out. Plus, this looks a bit nicer as well and a bit more sharper. It looks really choppy for some reason. Okay, yes, Nico, I see what you mean. I'm seeing that in the preview myself. Okay, so what's... catching up every second. Okay, I'll just leave that second there. See. Need some more blast pricing. Is it? So is it show? Is it still? You see, for me and my end, it's fine, but I'm. Yes, that's not quite right, is it? I can see the playback. Okay. Apologies, guys. While I try and figure this out, I'm not sure what it's doing. It was fine the other day. I wonder. Needs more blast processing. Okay, right. Just let me see how this moves. How's this? It's set to 60 frames, so what have we got? I'm just going to move up and down. I can see the replay as well, so hopefully... Yeah, it's bad. Okay, let's give that a shot. See if it has. Oh, give me a chance to show. How's this? Friday, let's start our adventure. I'm just gonna... Is that better? No, that's still jumpy. Oh, this is a pain. Okay, settings. Still doesn't feel right. It's saying it needs a faster preset. Encoder preset. Let's try it very fast. Obviously, either YouTube or still choppy, isn't it? What is going on with the settings? Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoder. Settings video. Yeah, that's not good. What is going on here? Okay, I've turned off advanced encoder settings. Does that improve it? Is that going to improve it? This is annoying. The default before, but obviously YouTube or one of them's been altering settings. Because this bit, I've just increased the actual resolution output so that it's 10,000. I should be able to do. It's currently 10,000. I just set it up to 10,000. Something's going wrong with YouTube's bitrate because we can stream at quite a bit higher than what. See, 8,000. We can stream at around about 10, 12,000. So let's set 8,000. I think. These are the same settings we used before. Obviously something's gone awry. I'm wondering if thingy's not linked up with the capture card properly. OBS hasn't synced with the capture card. This is really irritating. Apologies. Again, it just goes out of sync after a while, doesn't it? I'm just watching the videos. And same settings we used to do before as well. 1000, 1080, 5000. That's actually a really low bit rate. I wouldn't do. I'll try 5,000, but I wouldn't really do 5,000 1080 because 5,000 I don't think. I think this is more an FPS issue. Something's getting wrong with the FPS. Let's just try. Is that going to fix it? Start skipping frames, yeah. Let's check. Apologies about this. It's not the way I want to start when you're streaming. How's this now? Okay, OBS seems to be dropping the connection for some reason. Seems smoother. Yeah, I've put it to... somewhat annoying, unfortunately. Apologies, guys. Can't actually push that. Skipping randomly, yeah. I'm just gonna apologize. Much less bad now. Okay. I wouldn't normally put the bitrate as low as 4000 because this is going to make the stream look pretty bad, but I think it's an error with OB. Something's going desyncing with OBS, seeing as I'm on a high-speed broadband connection, so this shouldn't be happening. And it wasn't happening before, so something's I did update OBS today, so that may have been a fatal mistake, but let's see. That's slightly better. I think my problem is I can't turn it off without... Yeah, it's randomly skipping. Okay, this is better. Your boiler turned on accidentally. Okay. I'm just going to have to lower the bitrate, it seems. Obviously there's some bitrate issue. Something's going on, I'm not sure what. I wonder if it's not doing 720. It says it's base canvas resolution, output resolution. Downscale filter, should that be turned off? Problem is I can't change anything at the minute, so something I'll have to give it a whirl later on. Might try after this here and resolve what the issue is. Let's see if this improves it. I think it's fair to say this is a bit better now if I continually walk around just watching the replay. Apologies, a bit of a higgledy-piggledy start. We can blame YouTube and OBS for that, because these are the settings I was using last year on the Mega Drive without any issues, so... Might be a miss. bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to... I've just changed the profile. Is this... Does this address it? So the video may drop out for a second for you guys. Okay, is that a bit better? I think that's looking a bit better now. I'm just going to see if I setting up the bitrate a little bit, see if that... Okay, that seems fine now. Okay, it seems to be a profile issue with the Elgato, I think, possibly. So apologies about this. Seems better now. I still think it's not 100% looking at the playback myself, but it looks like that's better. Are you guys able to hear my audio okay? So apologies for the slightly jumpy start. It's not the way we want to do stuff. So yes, this is... Yes, adventure awaits indeed. So found livestock. Actually, the livestocks are actually permanent health items. So Landstalkers was done by Climax Entertainment. This was developed by, let's say, Climax. This was actually intended to be part of the Shining series. However, Sega apparently said no in conjunction with Camelot as well. Camelot had previously worked on some of the Shining games. Despite the fact this is no longer an official Shining game, this does appear, as Nigel just mentioned, in... Got 5 gold. This does appear in Climax Landers or Time Stalkers, as it's known in the rest of the world, and that actually links Landstalkers to Shining in the Darkness, which was Climax's first game in conjunction with Camelot. And this is actually, probably as a game, this is probably actually a vastly better game than some of the other Mega Drive and some of the other games in the Shining series. Although this isn't an official name in the Shining series, I think this would fit well into the series. So this was originally going to be called Shining Rouge. But because of them not going to use the license, it was renamed Landstalkers. Incidentally, Solariel, or is it Crusader of Radagasta, was also had a working title of Shining Rouge. So obviously there were a couple of attempts to do a Rogue, like basically a live action, as I would call it, or a Zelda style RPG in the Shining series twice before they actually did before Camelot actually did Shining Wisdom, which was on the Sega Saturn. Shining Wisdom is a fantastic game. But this pipped it by quite a few years, and this is probably... Oh, as you can see, the Indiana Jones moment. Do you find a car under a bush in an orb that makes monkeys? Well, there's that actually a reference to Shining Wisdom, because of course there is the toy Daytona car in it, which you're probably aware of, and there is and there is actually a suit that you can dress up as monkeys in Shining Wisdom. So I take it you've played it, Nigel. So yes, oof. Farah, oh my gosh, a man. I have to tell Grandpa. You're still sleeping? He doesn't seem to be the lazy type. let them sleep for a while. You can stay in our village as long as you want. Hurrah, that's a great idea. But we're in a hurry. Nigel, wake up. It's time to continue our treasure hunt. Yes, we are looking for King Noble's treasure. Here's a fantastic opening. And yes, the sequel game, Lady Stalker, is a very odd title. The main character in Lady Stalkers is called Lady, and she does actually appear in Time Stalkers as well. Yeah, there's some crazy magic orbs in Shining Wisdom is a wonderful game. The Treasure of King Nole, oh yeah, I have no idea. Oh yeah, I have no idea. Oh, he obviously knows something. So yeah, it is a fantastic game. I should say, just to explain a bit about the series. So as you mentioned there, MSD, there are actually technically 3 games in the Landstalker series. There is this, which is a fantastic game. Lady Stalkers, which is quite a good game, but again, it is a very odd title. And then there's Dark Saviour, which I have covered on the channel as well. I do have all 3, so maybe we will cover all 3 at some point. Dark Saviour is a phenomenal game. This is really good. Lady Stalker is actually a pretty good game, but it has a weird, very unfortunate title, with the main character being called Lady. Mind you, Landstalker, just the term Stalker is perhaps not the best title. Dark Saviour, yes. You can actually ride on the chickens. Can we ride? Oh, we can ride on the dog as well. Don't try this at home, kids, I should say. Yes, Aquilundry is technically... Well, Aquilundry is not made by Climax, but it was made by a number of the development team. Ironically, this has quite an interesting timeline. There's a number of staff split off to do Matrix who did Aquilundria. And technically, the Fedra games as well. Before you leave, hello there, Shinobi Wan. Thanks for joining the stream. Don't forget to jump on the bear statue. Okay. I will actually jump on the bear statue. And the question is, can I jump on the bear statue? I've got to wait for the dog to go past. Hopefully he goes close to it so I can jump on it. Oh, yep. Here we go. Oh. But yes, I should say hello, Nico, hello, Shinobi Wan, and hello, MSD, for joining the stream. Much appreciated. Do I need to like get on the bear guy, and then am I gonna have to do like a 3-tier jump? So Fedra is actually quite a good tactical RPG series. There's 2 of them. There's the first one on. From the dog or chicken, okay. So we need to jump. Thank you for the advice, Shinobi Wan. Yes, some of the Climax people did go to make Aquilundria. Climax did a couple of split. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you, Shinobi Wan. It has been some time since I've played this, and I must confess I haven't to date actually finished this. I've got about 2 hours in from my save file. Please welcome to our church. So, is there really a goddess? Okay, let's buy a livestock. 150 gold. I won't be buying that just yet. Those life stocks actually permanently upgrade your health. Appreciate all the likes, guys. Thanks for the likes on the stream. Very much appreciated. And yes, welcome back, everyone, if you are rejoining us. So, what I will say, would anyone be interested in me streaming Soleil, the other game that was going to be called Shining Rouge, say Wednesday? What goes to the old man? So I've lived this since I was a child. Master and Gummy were very good friends. Start the feud. Nobody go to see that. You can tell. So we've got a feud between two neighbouring villages. You must go see the waterfall shrine sage. Oh, the scar is a bit. I just saw the colour flash there. It's not right. Oh, what's going on with the skirt? That's... Oh, it's not my lucky day today. That was fine earlier. That's just gone and the green has just... Yeah. Okay, that's better. That was the back of the... That's the skirt... The SCART port on this is already, I think, slightly waning. You have to be careful. SCART leads can... Yes, it's an interesting one. Solario. Yes, MSD knows it. Yeah, it's got loads of wacky names. I was also thinking of possibly streaming Streets of Rage 3 or Bare Knuckles 3, actually doing a very hard playthrough. Would anyone be interested in seeing that? Just testing the water for what's found. Eek, eek. And I should say, if anyone's new to the stream, thank you for joining. I am actually playing, I'm playing the European car on my Japanese Mega Drive. This is actually region lock, but I'm using a bypass device to get around it. And if you're back from previous... You think I should do Solaria? Okay, I'll do Solaria, because I'm quite interested in doing both the games that were going to be called Shining Rouge. So, this is the first one. I think this probably makes a better... But yeah, I think I'll give you a choice. What I'll do is I'll give you a quick choice. Shame there's not like a poll where I could do a little poll, but one of the nice things is so we can actually jump up to the inn. Ragnar Sentry, yeah, it's called Soleil's the English name, and that's actually got different translations to the North American one. Paprium, yes, I would love to do Paprium if I sadly had a it wasn't for the fact I don't have a copy. I'd quite like to cover Paprium, but we don't have a copy. Trying to get one's a bit of a mess because you have to go via their official channels for Paprium. You have many suspicious guests these days. Oh, you are a guest here. Still think that should be a bit whiter, the text. I think the skirt is a little bit loose. No, that's not quite right. Okay, there we go. I've unplugged the Mega Drive today. Hi Matt Maloney, thanks for joining the stream. Much appreciated. Great to see we've got quite a few people back here. Apologies for the slight delay to the start. We had some technical issues, and there's just me adjusting the SCART a little bit, so that hopefully that should all be good now. The map's got great music. Should I put it on counter, take a look? Yes, you can actually look at the island map. You can see the island map. And I'll up the music for you a second so you can listen to it. And I should actually have my headphones on. I haven't actually put them on yet. That's not a problem, MSD. That was a very good soundtrack. I must admit, you have very good taste in Mega Drive music. So you've obviously, yeah, I mean, it is a very good title. Although I've not actually finished it, but it's one of those games that I'm so aware of Climax's work with the Shining series and Dark Savior. And Dark Savior is a fantastic game. So we got into the Chief. They were coding on a blurry display. And I should say to any of our followers, I've actually said before, I'm playing on a Japanese NTSC Mega Drive, and I'm playing the PAL cartridge. PAL cartridge's region locks, I've actually had to use a bypasser. I did actually have to take the 32X out because your friend, you know, that mini-sized girl. There are a few minor edits between this and the Japanese version. The Japanese version had a few features censored. The composer also did Duel Master. I thought you actually meant coding on a blurry display. So hallucinations, that's it. Detox books. This is the save book. It's a record book. So I think. They're really a goddess. Yes, so basically this, I mean, if you haven't played Shining in the Darkness or Shining Force Legacy of the Great, this is clearly got a lot of elements of cross elements. Apparently the hero in this was originally supposed to be Max from Shining Force, but of course that had to get changed. And I didn't realise, but Max was actually the name of the original the hero in the Japanese version of Shining in the Darkness, but because it was never actually used in game, they then reused it for the first hero of Shining Force. The people of Gummy came and smashed the bridge. The bridge is broken. They must be... Somebody please tell the mayor. Oh. We got to go back to tell the mayor already? The bridge is broken. Did they smash that bridge? There is actually a little forest here. I have no idea. MSD, do you know what you can do here? Seeing as you obviously... Was it Shinobi Wan as well? Very experienced. I'm just wondering what you can actually do. This is one of those many Mega Drive games, so Waterfall Village of Gummy. Should we head to the village of... Oh, they've smashed the bridge. Wait till the mayor hears about this. So they've smashed the bridge. This is actually available if you fancy playing it on a modern console. This is included in the Master System or the Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, depending where you are in the world, collection. You can teleport once you've opened up the trees. I was going to say, I imagined there was some hidden tree bits. Is this the water shrine? You have to defeat a tree dungeon. Okay. Yeah, I must be... I've guiltily never played that far into this one. I should do. I might actually finish it. Gold. Okay, I probably shouldn't be here at this point. Let's head back to the mayor and teach the mayor. Okay, so I have to beat a tree dungeon and you can teleport. Okay, thanks for letting me know about that, MSD. I've got my previous save file, which is about 3 hours in. However, it must have been about 8 or 9 years since I last played this, so it's been a while. And as I didn't spend my childhood playing, I wasn't actually a big Mega Drive fan during the 90s. I was a SNES owner. Yeah, oddly enough, Shining in the Darkness is one of those games that gets better as well. The opening, I actually finished Shining in the Darkness the past week, so, and that was Climax's first game, so, and that does get much better the further you get into it. It's a really good action RPG, but the start is really slow. Planning to make a raid on Gummy. Or was that the water shrine we were at? So let's go heal up at the church. So the Japanese version, there's a couple of slightly naughty items. It's a detail. Oh, I need to heal up at the inn, don't I? Already all changed dialogue, I see all the people. May I help you? Bring it to the counter so the shopkeepers don't tell you. Nice that they say thank you as you leave. And yeah, I ended up mapping out every square in my head via the spells. They're an atrocious choice, so they obviously don't get on with it. Yeah, the bath scene and there's some items that, like, one was like a G-string and there was a bunny costume as well in the Japanese version that got removed. The cutting room floor has a piece on it. The road branched off into two paths at the sea. The right path leads to the big town merchant. Leads to Rummy, which is famous for its lighthouse, I see. Yeah, I think you're right, MSD. I think I was literally at where I was supposed to be going. Okay, so I'll actually not heal up at the minute. This definitely, I think this was released after Shining in the Darkness and Shining Force. It feels like it's a much later game. It really takes advantage of their experience with the Mega Drive at this point. Oh, we've got another show. Obviously, we've got to cut that rope down and come back later. So this actually had massive of an open world for travelling then, which is quite a nice thing. If you've got a completely, I assume you can go back and forth. So effectively, it does have a very open world gameplay, just like Zelda does. And that music is first class as well. Yeah, Shining in the Darkness, at the start you are literally getting taken apart very quickly. So I'm guessing this is the water shrine. Oh, we've got an arrow up there. Can we go down there? Can I tempt that? I can't jump down there. But yes, basically this was intended to be a Shining Force game, but because Sega said no to Climax, it wasn't. Unfortunately, Climax actually went bust in about 2014, 2015. It's a shame. There were plans afoot to remake this on the PSP, but they never arrived. And I think this would have been a really good PSP game had it arrived. But if you want to play this on a modern system, you can do on the Mega Drive collection on PS4 and Xbox One and Switch. Sega Genesis collection, depending where you live in the world. We've got a key. Okay, so this is the right way to go. Yeah, the music is really good in this. They're clearly trying, because 92 would be seems to be getting quite experienced, and you can clearly hear they're trying to make it sound as not like a console as possible. Because it's the one... Hello there! Hi! Thanks for joining the stream. That's Korean, and unfortunately my Korean's not very good. I'll quickly do a Google Translate. Can drop. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it had an arrow, didn't it? I just want to just check what is the switch here. Oh, that raises the platforms. We've got the key as well. It's an incredibly well put together game. Hope everyone's fans it. How is the feedback now? Is it better? Are you still getting stutters in it, or 3 fell, but why do you like... Okay, thanks MSD. 3 fell, but why... Got 5 gold. We get more gold from the end. I really should finish this. I've done Shining Force 1. I've done... Oh, it is actually... It's smooth now, is it? Okay, I'm guessing... Activated that. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually playing on a genuine Mega Drive 2 via RGB SCART, and I'm using an open source scan converter, I should say, to scale it. So it just shows you how good it could look. I mean, we did actually have RF in the UK in composite, but And a lot of people back in the 90s would have used RF. I know I did when I was younger. But my dad was actually a guy who worked on TV, so he quickly made us all get RGB SCART stuff. So he was ahead of the curve. But I know for quite a few in America, a lot of people haven't been. Yeah, I should cover Immortal. We haven't covered Immortal and Beyond the Oasis. Now let's see if I can find all the chest. There was a chest back there. Got to see if I can find that one. Also, you do have very good tasting classic Mega Drive games, I will see, MSD. Immortal actually got a NES release, but not in Europe. I saw it got a NES release in America. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I might be in a spot of trouble here if I'm not careful. Okay, so that's healed me up. Prospero, what a noisy boy. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Prospero. The Treasure of King Nole. I'm sorry, but I don't know nothing about the treasure. Very valuable. Gone of the livestock. Yeah, S-Video is definitely, I mean, if you can't get SCART, S-Video definitely gives a much better picture. It just slightly bleeds on a few of the colours. Give me more time. So there's the old man in, so obviously this is the water shrine. Oh yeah, Light Crusader is quite a good game as well, and as we mentioned, Soleil's quite good. The Mega Drive, the Mega Drive Genesis wasn't necessarily known for action RPGs, although it does have quite a few. I'll tell you what you might like as well, MSD, which I really enjoyed, is King Colossus, but that was only released in Japan. I actually played through the Japanese version of that. Maybe I should stream that at some point, but that I really enjoyed, King Colossus. Yeah, no, Light Crusader is a good game, but it's not, I mean, pretty much most of the main Mega Drive games I think we've got. I think that's the end of the dungeon, yeah. I think those guards were like the boss sort of thing. But King Colossus is very good as well, although it doesn't look as good as this. It's probably not quite as good as this, I will admit. This is definitely very well polished. Light Crusader, it's very graphically very good, but it's a bit of an odd one. Story of 4 is very good. Story of 4 2 is fantastic on Saturn. No, it doesn't have an English patch. I played through it in Japanese. I think there might be some people who were working on an English patch. But oddly enough, I did meant to mention to Nigel, I saw that he was doing a translation thing yesterday. So I briefly had a look and actually grabbed what... I didn't get the one you were using, but I grabbed another sort of instant translator program to see what it was like. Translations weren't great for the one I got, so I might try the one you was showcasing, but it's interesting. Naga, The Secrets of Blue Water. There's a few Mega Drive RPGs I still don't know that much about because I was a SNES man back in the 90s, so I think it's because of my love of the Sega Saturn I eventually got a Mega Drive. Yeah, I can tell from your naming conventions you're from America, MSD, because I'm used to all the European and Japanese names. I tend to actually try and say the native name of the game, because hence why I don't tend to call them Mega... Yeah, I noticed you didn't, because I saw your video yesterday, I noticed you didn't link to it, but I saw you put a mention in the text chat. I meant to drop by and say hi, but I was quickly setting something up. The video for the other day, but when I came back you'd already finished the stream, so... Yes, Sorcerer, we do actually have that. I have played it, but that's a very difficult game to play without a Japanese translation, that I will say. It's a very in-depth game, Sorcerer, and I remember playing it a while back. No worries, MSD, I can play in chat. It just hampers my... Ooh, has that one moved? Yes, this one's moved a little, hasn't it? Oh, is this a sign that... Monster World 4. I would say Monster World 4 is not really an action... Well, it's kind of an action RPG. It's more an action platformer. The one that is an RPG is Wonder Boy... Is Wonder Boy in Monster World, which is Wonder Boy 5, Monster World 4... 3, Monster World 3. Yeah, Sorcerer's got a lovely cover. Okay, yeah, it's the stream's definitely smoother. It's still a teeny bit jumpy. Creepy statue. Yeah, that one definitely stepped forward. So have they fixed the bridge? Oh, they're planning on fighting the village of... Can we stop this all-out war taking place between the two nations? Teleport tree. Yeah, this really is a this really is a well-crafted Mega Drive game. I thought this would be a good game to stream on my return. I think I will do suggestions for what you'd like. Is terrible tragedy occurred soon after you left. Thugs marched in and kidnapped me. Farah, oh my little girl. Oh, they've kidnapped his daughter. Can we chat to the dog? Arf, arf. Yes, there is the Arcus. I've never actually... We don't actually have any of the Arcus games. I have... There was one, it's Arcus Odyssey, and it's called like Arcus Spirits. It did get a Japanese release as well. And it got SNES release, so... Yes, we'll rescue your daughter, Mare. Yeah, the one I was trying, the dialogue translations weren't too good, but I think the menus would be very helpful. 72 gold, so I can't afford the heart yet. Yeah, we'll save and heal up in a second. Evil haunts us. Clara coming back. Yes, we're going to rescue her. Let's take a break. Do you want to stay in the inn? Should we listen to the map music again briefly? And yeah, I should just say, Matt Malone, yeah, I have played Monster World before. We do actually have a video on the channel of it. It is a great game. And yes, you are right. They did actually do an English translation for it. They actually, it's great to hear the English translations included on the Mega Drive Mini. The English translation was first included on the Xbox 360 SVG collection of it. So, and that actually works on Xbox One as well, the Sega Vintage Collection. I think you can buy it individually on PlayStation 3 as well. Yeah, translating on the sort of those apps, the text is never very good, but for the script. But you're right, it's very helpful for translating menus. Oh, the strange guy's vanished, like the wind. The strange-looking German guy. Oh, we can throw that. Now, why would we be able to pick up and throw a pot? Can we do something? Oh. So we might be able to do something with that, but never mind. Should heal up. Oh yeah, we have to take the note and... Now I haven't actually brought out, because I do actually own both the Japanese and the PAL version of this game, so maybe at some point I'll take a look at all the changes and censorships between them. Because I did actually, a couple of times, although the Clutting Room floor is quite a good site for comparisons, they do miss quite a few things. Especially when I saw the other week they had done a comparison of the English of the one of the games where they'd looked at they'd used the English fan patch, and I thought, well, hang on, you can't compare the English fan patch because that's not official translation. So healed up, and as MSD said, I should save. Although I'll actually continue my save game once I I'll probably go back to my original game once I've finished. It's a record book. Oh. Assuming it can save because I'm using a region bypass cart, so it might not actually save. Yes, are you going to continue your adventure? It's quite nice Camelot Games actually had that, which said, are you going to continue your adventure, as a direct reference to take a break to players after a while. Sure, it's a good thing. I generally don't tend to play for more than about 3 hours without taking a break. So let's go rescue Farah, shall we? If I wanted to, I could farm gold to get that heart stock, but I won't farm it just yet. Pick up to an event item. Yeah, that I've seen that before. Shining in the Darkness has some weird, interesting bugs I discovered. One of them is you can... the progress is mainly set by having certain items in your inventory, so... that game was definitely done... no worries, MSD. I've already got a save file, so if it doesn't save properly, I'll just reload up my other save file. I'll go back to playing this only on a PAL Mega Drive. And maybe I'll actually go through the Japanese version as well. So I need about 150 gold for that livestock. Most of the time after the stream I actually delete the saves we do, unless, because at the minute I've not done any full sort of playthroughs on stream, so maybe one of these days. There's actually quite a lot of gold this way, so... Now that's an enemy, isn't it? I did actually have a quick go earlier to make sure this was all... I will have a check with the Ooh. Although I should know, at the minute, I think this has still got the original battery in. I mean, a lot of these original batteries are still going, but they will eventually fail and you will have to replace them at some point. I have actually had to replace a few games where the batteries failed on them. Okay, I'm going to farm some gold so I can buy that other livestock before I tackle the next... Yes, we can go up, but I want to get some loot first. We'll farm some gold. Yeah, I think, because in a lot of cases, if you actually play the game fairly regularly, it charges the capacitor in them, and I think a lot of cartridges, the batteries only drain when the capacitors are empty. So if you actually keep the game running, it will keep the battery lasting longer. Basically, if you put a save on a game and then didn't play the cartridge for like 10 years, it probably would die. And sometimes I have had a few games that seem to drain the battery very quickly. Now this one I couldn't work out how to get. Maybe you need to be able to jump higher? Well, you can jump on that one, you can't jump any higher than that. Swamp Shrine, Village of Gumpy, Village of Messiah. But yeah, a large chunk of my games are still working at the minute. But we are going to have the battery apocalypse at some point. And if a battery does die on you, should take it out, check it's not leaking. And it's probably a good idea just to check cartridge. Hidden stairs. Ah, so there's some stairs there I can reach. From behind hidden stairs. Oh. Eek. Oops, the daisy. No, from behind. Make. Okay, not too much progress lost. I'll just be a bit more careful in combat. Probably need to buy some e-keeks as well. So behind hidden stairs. Okay. Right, let's get some. Nearly enough gold to buy. No worries. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. And I used to be a professional games tester, so, or quality assurance, so even despite me being very good at getting games, you do die. And then you get some streamers who spend months practicing on games so they can beat it in. I see. I take it if you have an e-keek on you, Friday uses it. Like, a bit like the bottled fairies in Zelda. If you have one on you, the fairy will come out and save you. I will actually try and finish this year. It's one of those games. Okay, they do 2 damage on me. So I've got hidden. So there's some hidden stairs, you're saying. Ah, is it up? Ah, there they are. Thank you, guys. Wow, that's actually, yeah, some really nice. Found a livestock. Okay. Strangely enough, hitting your sword when you're close to walls, yeah, it reminds me a bit of Dark Souls, actually, because that had that mechanic in as well. So it was about, let me guess. If I have one slight gripe, it's the fact you have diagonal controls. Not a major issue, but it, oh yes. It's those, when they're in the shrunken in the ground, that's when they tend to. Some clever tricks there of obviously hiding stuff out of view. And yeah, there we have a slight issue where when I was too close to that tree, it was blocking it. Yeah, that's probably, I can see that would become annoying, Shinobi Wan. I totally agree. Yeah, I think Landstalker must be one of the earlier games to do it. We actually hit. Oh, it got e-keek. Ah. I'm getting a slight Secret of Mana vibe about this as well, or Shukunden Setsu, I should say, is the Japanese name. I assume this might. They might have had some ideas from Shuriken Setsu on the Game Boy, the first one. Because I think that was before this. But do correct me if I'm wrong, because I know Secret of Mana would definitely be after this. Yep, I'm not dead just yet, fortunately. I think I've still got another E-Keek thanks to you, so I'll buy... Interesting name, E-Keek. I don't want to die again. I'll go to the water shrine next. Yes, secret. The first Shuriken Densetsu game is actually Final Fantasy Adventure, or Mystic Quest as it was known in Europe. It's actually Legend of the Sword. Was actually basically the Shuriken Densetsu. The name translates roughly to like Legend of the Sword. It subsequently became Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana. The remake of the Game Boy one was called... Oh my word, I can't actually remember. Now, there was a remake, and it was something of Mana. And it wasn't as good as the original Game Boy version. I have actually beaten the Game Boy version. I haven't beaten the remake. I beat the original Game Boy version after the remake as well. The gigantic sword be useless. Yeah, we have covered Sword of Berserk on the channel. It's not a bad game, but it does has some very frustrating moments on Dreamcast. Zelda as well, you can whack your swords. No, you can whack it. It doesn't ever get impeded, though. You can whack it against walls, but it doesn't get impeded. Whereas here, it does get impeded. Ooh, better be careful. Okay, I'll make my way back. Get some in, get some E. Yeah, the Japanese Landstalkers was 92, so yeah, it's probably 91 sounds about right for the Game Boy one. There's definitely a few similarities between this and that as well, on top of Zelda. The sound they make is a little bit annoying as well, okay? Okay, I'm going to be able to buy that life stock, and I'll be able to heal up. Hopefully I won't get killed along the way. Yeah, it seems to be the sword arm if you're blocking. Yeah, the church usually handles... They base the church on the Shining game, so it pretty much handles everything you need to do. The music is very good as well. I will say the music is very, very good. So you can see it. You only need to spend about 10-15 minutes with this, and you can see why it's such a beloved Mega Drive title. It's so well put together, and it's probably a bit more accessible than Shining in the Darkness. Which, as much as I enjoy Shining in the Darkness, I would say Shining in the Darkness is a game you do have to persevere with. It's not easy just to pick up and play these days. It is a game that does have some flaws, and it's one of those games you really have to persevere. If you persevere, it's a very rewarding, very good experience, but there are things like the palettes for all the caves are all the same, so they get very boring at the start of the game, whereas once you start going up the floors, you start getting different palettes and things. It's just much better. Okay, I managed not to get poisoned. Yep, so I've got 11 hearts now. Go to the church. I don't think I've been poisoned or anything. Let's get safe. I should go to the shop and buy some. Yes, good luck. The goddess is watching. Bring me any book. Quite nice the way they've done the pick up the books. Interestingly, Princess Crown reused that pick up the books and place them. So, for the chapters, a lot of games do reuse concepts. So which one was the shop again? I think the shop was this one, wasn't it? Yes, here we go. Push 150, do you like it? Yes. What I will say is Shining the Holy Ark is such a huge improvement over Shining in the Darkness. It's like night and day. Shining in the Darkness is that one of their early games. Shining the Holy Ark, completely, it's just a they just nailed every flaw with Shining in the Darkness is completely corrected in Shining the Holy Ark. Shining the Holy Ark is possibly one of the best RPGs on Saturn, if not ever made. It's a phenomenal story, wellly told story game. Far more interesting and slightly darker than games like Final Fantasy VII. As much as I enjoy the Final Fantasy series, they have become a bit formulaic and they tend to have a lot of similar attitudes in all their games. Oh, Holy Ark. If you haven't played Holy Ark, I highly recommend it. I highly, highly recommend it. My only one tip would be is remember you can dash, like double tapping forward and backwards and left and right, because you need to use that to break the doors down in one of the locations, because I didn't realise that and then it took me 2 weeks to realise that. But yeah, Shining the Holy Ark has a phenomenal story. The locations, it just works really well. It just does everything Shining in the Darkness does, but better. There's lots of more variety because there's lots of different locations you have to travel to. There's still some great dungeons in it as well. But there's some great characters in it as well, including probably one of the best, absolutely phenomenal villain in the series, who still hasn't got his come. In fact, there's two. Shining the Holy Ark introduces two very incredible, rather powerful villains who have yet to have their comeuppance in the series. I think the inventory isn't as tiny as the ones in Shining in the Darkness, where you have an absolutely a pittance inventory. Yes, we can get up the hill and the by road. Can we? Sacred ritual. It doesn't sound good, does it, if they're doing some scared ritual? Yeah, Shining Force 3 and Shining the Holy Ark made Sakaboya did the soundtrack, and they are really two of his best soundtracks. Yeah, Motorcycle Boy did the Golden Sun soundtrack as well. Oh, we got to rescue Farah before she's And there's that strange guy again. Chicken was indeed going crazy. He's absolutely flying around, isn't he? If anyone knows of any secrets, please do let me know where they are as I go along. Thanks to Shinobi-wan, and appreciate all the likes on the streams as well, guys, very much. Glad to see everyone's enjoying this one. Glad to have a few people back with me on today's stream. Oh, we can climb up the ladder there. Oh, another livestock. That chicken is still going crazy. The blast process chicken. Now, if I just, can he heal me or no? That's a detox book, isn't it? Yes, that chicken is literally flying. Actually, the mayor's house. I don't think the inn's available to stay in either. Actually, I should save it regardless. Howdy, stranger. Are you going to stay? Oh, he's got a... Too expensive for you. Okay, so unlike the other patrons of the village, he's happy for us to... I'm just gonna slightly increase... I can just see if I increase the... let me know if this... I'm going to slightly increase the stream output to see if that caused any hicks. Apologies again about the start, that seems to be... Is that getting choppy again if I do that? Okay, I'll so I need to fiddle that output. So that's 4,000 kilobytes. That's a really low bitrate stream. I wouldn't actually normally stream at this, so I'm not sure quite what's going on with the bitrate. I'll do a check tomorrow. Something's should do because we're on a high stream. I'm on a high-speed connection, so I can easily stream. Yeah, I've healed at the inn. I've got 13 of 13 Nikos, so. But basically, it's a weird thing of when you have. When you heal up, it shows you. It's a weird thing where it shows like you've only got one heart. I think you've got... Does the larger heart go next? Yeah, it shows the 13. It's a weird way of showing 13. Unlucky for some, as they say. Got it. Yeah, it's not a great UI, I will admit. They obviously tried to copy the Zelda UI, even though they didn't really need it. Ooh. You got me, Pilgrim. And the E-Kicks only restore 10 health as well. How many more have I got of them? Got 2, that should be good enough. There was some gold lying around, but of course I didn't touch. The trees are against us, yes. So do I need the statue in the chief's home? Is that what they're telling me? I need to get the statue in the chief's. We've got the rockfall that I can't... Or do I need to whack him? So I assume I'd need to beat Matey up to get a statue from him. I'm just going to head back to see. No, I'm just going to head back to town first before. So basically, if I can't get the statue, if the statue's not, I'm going to head back to town, and then I'm going to see if I can get the statue. Obviously, got to get the statue from the village. If it's not there, then I'll see if I can. The question is, which town do I need to go back to? I would assume I don't need to travel back to the first one, but do let me know. Ah, yes, I see it. Found Idlestone, got Idlestone. I couldn't go to the shrine with them. Yeah, I should just mention for you guys that the stream is about 30 seconds behind it. So I've already grabbed it, MSD, when you're typing that. So just show you the stream is about 30 seconds behind from where I am. So where I actually am is slightly behind. Two rentals as a kid. I hope you actually managed to get a copy in the end. It's a little bit nondescript, the statue, I will admit, but when he mentions the fact the statue, I thought, well, there's going to continue your adventure. Yes, the goddess is waiting. Hopefully you did eventually actually get the game. Did you actually? I take it you actually got the game eventually, rather than just. I know I did rent out a few games originally. I rented out Donkey Kong Country on the SNES and finished it, and then didn't get it for years, but did eventually get a copy of it. It's a fantastic game, Donkey Kong Country. It's another one. Haven't actually streamed that many SNES games. I should actually get around to streaming some of the big Nintendo SNES games. So suggestions for Wednesday. I'm probably not. I'm going to stream every other day, I suspect. So suggestion to Wednesday stream, I'm going to suggest Soleil, the other game called Shining Rouge, or I could do a full playthrough on Bare Knuckles 3 and commentate over it. I know we've covered it a bit on the channel lately though, so but I thought I could always do a so I'm guessing use idle. So I'm guessing I've got to place the idle stone somewhere. I know I've got past this point before, but stand there. Or do I need to use it back in the village? I obviously need to use it somewhere. I was just going to check. Probably not a bad idea to use it in front of pockets. I just want to. You're supposed to use it somewhere like here. Nothing happens. Well, I'll be using the PAL version of Soleil, which actually is a different translation to the American one. I think it's slightly... The PAL one's actually close to the original. I'll try using it in front of pockets. Chat to him. Thief 2. So if I give him this... Nothing happens. Stand back a bit. I thought I might have to place it on the altar in the village. Appreciate all the likes, guys. Thanks for liking. Let me be cheeky. When all else fails, visit GameFAQs.com or Game FAQs. Mainly because I want to be quick on the stream rather than refreshing my memory. I have beaten this bit before, but it's like... That's okay, MSD. You know, I've just found out that, yeah, I had to go to the swamp sign. I just figured that out. Lots of EXE I will do. I'll probably wrap up in the not too distant future as well, so let's buy a couple. Yeah, I totally forgot about the swamp shrine, which was to the north. Yeah, I might actually do I'm tempted to actually do a full playthrough on the channel of a few games. Okay, bye MSD, thanks for being on stream. See MSD, thanks for being on stream. Thanks everyone, thanks for joining the stream. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the new look of the stream as well. I'll stay for a little bit longer. I'm probably going to wrap up in the not too distant future. Do I still have anyone with me in chat, or are you all headed off as well? Just out of interest, is chat still active? I think we've still got a few people in, I suspect. Oh, are you headed off as well, Nico? Or are you just saying good night to MSD? Because I know... Although I know it was fun. It was late where you are as well. Thanks for joining, guys. Very much appreciated. I'll probably wrap up in the near future as well, this stream. I haven't actually seen the viewer activity. How have we been doing? Howdy, stranger. Let's head to the swamp shrine.
Wow.
Ooh, I just realised I had the mic off for a bit, so no idea what that switch does, but I guess we'll have to find out. This is actually a really large dungeon, I have to admit. Okay. So just I've got to walk on them in order or something. Okay, now I see the point about falling down. Okay, ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't want to jump on spikes. Okay, the one thing your character could have done with is a shadow to see where you're jumping on. Oh, you horrible time. I'm out of keys at the minute, so I need to find another treasure chest. Okay, I have one Hi Steve 5125. I'll just call you for Steve 5212. Hi, thanks for joining the stream. Hi, yes. So I'm Random Gamer Ribbon. Welcome to Randomized Gaming. We have actually already covered the Dark Savior on Saturn, which is the third game in this series. It's the one after basically it's the third and final game. Dark Savior is a really, really good Sega Saturn game, and I highly, highly recommend it if you haven't played it. I assume you probably have. It's a very, really interesting game. Lady Stalker's the follow-on to this, the sort of semi-sequel, is an interesting game. Technically, it's actually connected to this one, as Lady and Nigel, the hero of this, both appear in Time Stalker on the Dreamcast, or Climax Landers, as it was called in Japan. But yeah, Dark Savior is a really interesting... The whole parallel system in Dark Savior was absolutely fantastic and gave it a replayability and storytelling that I think few games have been able to match, because it was basically the fact that the whole thing revolved around time and what was going on in the island. Time Stalkers is known as Climax Landers. It's basically like a Climax All-Star game. So technically it is part of the series, but it's also part of the Shining Force series and a few other things, as basically Climax Landers has characters from the various games all come together. So Climax Landers is quite an interesting one, or Time Stalkers as it was known as. I'm going to get both of these on here, aren't I? I have played Time Stalkers. I didn't think it was the greatest game ever made, I will admit. I remember it definitely had issues compared. It wasn't as good as this, and it wasn't as good as... In fact, it probably wasn't as good as any of the games it contained the characters for. But it's still nice to play. It's interesting. I don't think it's that particularly long either, but... It's one of those games I do need to revisit. Okay, can I make the jump? Ooh, 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 don't, ooh, ooh. So I actually need to get... I need to try and get out of here without getting killed, which I think is more relevant. As I'm so low on health right now. And if I die, I'm literally going to lose all the progress in this area. Ooh. Oh, so this is actually going to fall down on, but... No! Ah! Oh well, only the good die young, as they say. Ah, that's set me back, hasn't it? Maybe I'll save that full section for another day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually past the 2 hours mark, so I'm actually going to wrap up this stream. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you to everyone who's commentated on this stream. I will be back as well. I will actually put out a poll, so I'm not going to... I think I won't stream tomorrow. I will put out a poll for what we're going to stream Wednesday and Thursday. So yes, thank you, Shinobi. Yes. So I will put in. You know what? I'll actually say now. So I will suggest. I can do. So I'll pick a couple of games. So I will actually suggest if anyone wants to see me do Lady Stalker or Dark Savior, please do let me know. I'll gladly stream them as well. I'll consider doing a full, very hard playthrough in Bare Knuckles 3. And I'll also suggest Soleil, which is Crusader Century Ragnar, to see what people want. Or maybe I might actually pick one and do it tomorrow. I think I'll definitely have a break day this week, though, from streaming. So I won't do every day streaming, but I'll see how it goes. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Yes, I think I will leave it there for now. Apologies for the slight hiccup at the start of the stream. I think the stream is still a little bit slow at the minute. So I'm going to try and investigate that tomorrow and see. I might investigate that tomorrow and try and resolve it, because we shouldn't be having... Because the playback on this stream, because it's only 4,000 kilobytes at the minute, is going to be absolutely dreadful. Would love to see all those games. Yes, I will definitely get around to streaming. So we've already covered Bare Knuckles 3 on the channel quite a bit lately. But I would quite like to do a very hard playthrough. And if people want to see that, I will do a very hard playthrough. I have actually a full path progression playthrough showing all the various routes and the endings of Bare Knuckles 3 coming in the next day or two. But yeah, I think some people might want to see the sequels to this, so I'll dig that up and a few other bits. So that's what I'll suggest. I'll put a vote in the poll and see what people think. But yeah, seeing as I was quite a way into that dungeon and I don't really want to replay it at this point. So, but thank you all for joining. Thank you all for commentating. So I will thank you, Shinobi Wan, for joining. I think I will actually stream. Yeah, I'll figure out what was... I think tomorrow I'll figure out what was up with the stream. So there might be a test stream tomorrow. That's just trying to work out what was going wrong with the stream tonight. Because we should be able to do a higher bit rate than what we're doing. And the playback on this stream is going to be terrible, as it's 4,000. I normally stream about 8,000 1080p. I wonder if it's misscaling or something. But thank you all for joining. So thank you to Shinobi Wan. Thank you to Steve512 who came in at the end. Thank you to Nigel again. Thank you to MSD for his comments, as always, very much appreciated. Thank you to... We had a Korean guy post. Thank you to Matt Maloney, I should say. Matt Maloney. Thank you for your comments, Matt Maloney. as well. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this randomised gaming stream. I've been your host for this stream, Random Game Riven. I will be back again either Wednesday. I might do a test stream tomorrow to figure out. So I probably won't do a proper stream, but I'll do a test stream if people want to join in. I'll definitely put up a poll. Yeah, I will do a mix of stuff as always. I'll definitely stream properly Wednesday. So yes, thank you, Shinobi-wan. I do hope to see you next time we stream. And I will be back streaming. Yeah, so I'll definitely stream Wednesday and Thursday. I'm not sure we'll do the Fight Night Friday at the minute. We might take a few weeks off those before we start doing the Fight Nights first. But thank you all. I've been your host, this randomised gaming stream, Random Game Riven. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at Landstalker's The Treasure of King Nole. I should say it was released on the Sega Mega Drive, which we're playing at. It was developed by Climax Entertainment. It was published by Sega, and it was released in 1992 in Japan, and I think it was 93 in Europe and North America. It was quite a bit later, actually. The North American does star Nigel and Friday. As I said, it was originally developed under the working title, this chicken is still going crazy, of Shining Rouge, and Climax had wanted it to be part of the Shining series. Sega had said no, although they subsequently retconned it unofficially into the Shining series. Camelot officially don't acknowledge this, and Camelot worked on most of Shining games. However, I would argue it's probably worth acknowledging because so many of the games that came after Shining Force 3, the last one Camelot did, which I regard as the last official Shining game, that were just rubbish. This is vastly better and more deserving of a Shining franchise than any of the later Shining games. So, with that said, guys, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the new look for the streams as well, a bit more professional. I will try and fuss out what was going on with the stream tonight as well. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I have been your host, Random Gamer Riven, and I will speak to you all very soon. I'll put a poll up in the community page about what people want. But for now, that's it from me. I will finish this stream now. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you like this stream, please do hit that like button if you haven't already. Thank you very much to everyone who has hit that like button. And as always, if you enjoy our content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It's all very much appreciated. And you'll catch me next time streaming. I think, yeah, I'll officially stream Wednesday. So I'll put a poll up and see what people want to do. But I'll stream Wednesday, although I might do something tomorrow. Just try and work out what was going on today. But thank you all very much for coming. I've been your host, Random Gamer Riven. And I'll see you all Wednesday.